Hi, it's the night and I'm drinking coffee because I have a flight at 3 a.m. That's not true. My flight leaves at 6. I have to leave here around 3 to get to the airport 90 minutes before. Presumably, that's enough. The Cincinnati airport is pretty small. I haven't flown out of here in a long, long time. And like, I love living in the country. I love it until you have to go to the fucking airport. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like to catch a flight, I have to leave my house and drive for an hour and then get to the airport. Is that how I'm living my life? Is that what I'm doing? And yes, it is. The good thing about the Cincinnati airport, though, is that it's in Kentucky, which I love to be in. So I am flying to California. I've never been there before to give a talk at UC Irvine, a place I've also never been. Just a standard physics colloquium, except it's not really standard because I'm not talking about research. I'm talking about content and conspiracy physics. And I always worry so much that the physics audience is going to be like, why are you here specifically? Like, why? I mean, people keep inviting me. They keep inviting me to give talks, so presumably people care about science communication, but it's a little nerve wracking. I mean, it's going to be fine. I've done it a bunch of times. It's going to be so fine. But I Googled it and I will be in LA I'm going to be south during the LA yarn crawl. And there's a little map. There's a map. And there are 2 stores down there. I'm in Costa Mesa where I could hit them up maybe. So I won't. I definitely have like 3 or 4 hours, I think, that I can pull away. I'm doing the whole trip where I'm going to give a talk to students and stuff, which is exciting and I want to, definitely. But I also maybe want to hit up one of these yarn stores. They have a cute little tote bag. I might try to get the tote bag as like a souvenir from California. Because I tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to buy a single skein of self-striping hand-dyed yarn because I will never do anything with it. I'm gonna buy a whole sweater or nothing, okay? Maybe they have buttons. I've been really wanting some ceramic buttons, but I think I'm gonna have to make my own. Like, I'm gonna have to do pottery again. I'm gonna have to find a pottery place. Anyway, I haven't bought, well, technically I did just buy some yarn, and I will talk about that in a minute, but I am excited to go buy some yarn. I do want to buy some yarn. I might buy a sweater's worth or 2 of yarn because I actually haven't bought any yarn all year until you'll hear it. So I wanted to talk about my WIPs, which I am not bringing because none of them are good plain WIPs. Let me show you. Here. Oh, wait, look. LA. No. Yeah. LARB. Um, so this is my Frankie sweater from my frogged Olga sweater, both by Petite Knit. I'm gonna stop apologizing for doing Petite Knit. I like Petite Knit and it's so fine. I shouldn't have to apologize, but I did run out of yarn. So I can post a picture from I frogged my Olga sweater, my last knitting video. My Olga sweater, the stitches were twisted and I couldn't handle it. Also, the fit was weird. I didn't like it, but I frogged it successfully. The main color was blue, and so I had more blue than white yarn. But when I was making this Frankie, which you can still see the ramen noodle, I think that's gonna block out. I think it's gonna block out, and you won't notice that this is frogged yarn. Hopefully, we'll see. But I wanted this to be the main color, white. And I kept thinking, here's a picture. I'm out of white yarn. I got to like the body and I was like, oh, better do the sleeves. And my assumption was like, I'll just do the rest in blue because I have so much blue and even a fresh ball of blue. This is all the same Pure Gant, same dye lot. And I was like, I'll just do the bottom of the body blue. And I got here and I was like, no, I want it to be white. So I have ordered one more ball of white. I think that will do me. And then I just hope the ramen noodle part blocks out and I will just have a bunch of blue left over, which it's Pure Gant. I mean, I'm gonna use it. It's my favorite yarn, I think. So maybe a sweater vest. I don't know, I'll have like 200 grams. Maybe some hats, some nice navy blue hats, but I'm not bringing this because I don't have the yarn. But if you look at the picture, I think it's really cute. I think it's fitting really well. I ended up, again with the sleeves on Petite Knit, I took like 10 stitches off and then I did like 3 times as many decreases as she suggested in the pattern. And these sleeves are still huge. You can see it in the picture. So I don't know, maybe my gauge is like way off. I've never measured it. I usually knit like a swatch, which is the back of a sweater or something, and then I look at the measurements to make sure I'm hitting the right measurement for the size I'm knitting. Maybe my gauge is off with petite knit, and I'm like, her sleeves are huge, and in reality, it's all me. I don't know. But I do like this. I think it's going to be nice. It's a lot better than my Olga was, and I'm definitely going to wear it, but not anytime soon because it's like a full-ass sweater. My next WIP, which I also can't bring, oh no, I'm losing stitches, is a Father's Day gift for my partner, and it's these tomato socks. I'm a little worried about my gauge, but again, I think it's gonna block out. It seems fine. But I can't bring these because you need 3 colors. I could like break the balls into smaller balls, but like I kind of don't want to do that. I'm doing this in Knit Pick Stroll, and it's grass and strawberry and melon, and I really like the melon color, and these look so cute. The thing about this pattern is I don't know. This is the pattern. I don't know who it is. What I've learned, I've never done a collar work sock before, but you can see this orange. It's not the same flap that I've always done in socks. It's like an afterthought heel, and I'm gonna have to go in and pick up stitches and knit the heel the same way you knit a toe. I've never done that, so I'm a little nervous. I'm probably gonna knit both the tubes and then do the heels at the same time, so I do them the same way. But these are very cute. This is just the first one I've done, and I'm not bringing it because it's too many balls of yarn, but they're very cute. I mean, when is Father's Day? June? I have time. Oh, wait. It's the end of April. I'm really slow at knitting socks, especially the color work socks. But I can't, I'm talking about a plane. I need a thing for a plane. So let me show you my last WIP. Wait, first of all, look at that. Do you see that I wrote down the needle size? Thank you. Thank you. So I was really excited about this. And it's a cotton sweater. It's a self-drafted cotton sweater. I did the math. I measured my body. I calculated the number of stitches, the number of raglan increases. I even made it here. So it's a cropped cotton sweater, like for the summer. Like it's gonna go over, like imagine you're on a beach in June in the night. So it's like a windy 55, 65. You want like a cotton sweater. So it's a cropped cotton sweater. The sleeves are like 3/4 length, and it's got a bit of an O neck, and I'm just gonna do like a collar, but it's gonna be low. I bought this yarn from a small local yarn store last year because I was scoping them all out, and the tags were not on this yarn. Well, no, that's not true. There was one tag. This is organic cotton worsted by Blue Sky Fibers. And first of all, this they say it's worsted. This is a bulky weight. I didn't intend to self-draft this. I bought worsted because I wanted to make a specific summer worsted sweater, and this isn't worsted weight. It says it's worsted, it's bulky. That's why I had to self-draft it. So that's a whole separate thing about this. It's a really nice cotton. It's really soft, but like, why does it specifically say worsted when it's definitely not? Like, I should have known. Look at this. Look at how thick this is. This isn't worsted. Whatever. Anyway, I went to the small local fiber shop. I want to support the small local business. This yarn was sitting in a pile that had one tag. And she was like, 5 balls left. And I was like, fine. I will buy 5 balls. That's enough to make like a cropped short sleeve summer sweater. Perfect. It's a nice color. It's cotton. Great. And like, besides the thickness of the yarn, I really like the yarn. But she didn't have tags on this. And oh, it's not going to come up, is it? I said, are these the same dye lot? I asked her to her face, and she was like, absolutely. Yes. 100%. And I said, but the tags are off. And she was like, yeah, there was a thing with this yarn and I'm just selling it all together, but it's definitely the same dye lot. And I was like, okay, because why would you lie to my face when I'm about to spend $100 on yarn? And it's certainly not the same dye lot. It's certainly not the same dye lot. So she did lie to my face, which is crazy because like, I feel so terrible complaining about small businesses, but that's how they get you. It's like, if you want my money, don't lie to my face. Like, yeah, if you had said, no, they're not the same dye lot, I would have been like, oh, okay, and I would have picked something else. But now you lied to my face, and I'm never going back there. There just aren't that many stores in, like, southeastern Ohio to buy yarn. And now I'm never going back there. I would always tell people what happened, and they're never going to go back there, right? Because it's like, so why? Why would you do that? Why would you lie about it? I was so excited about it. I did the math, and like obviously I feel comfortable with math. I knew it would work, but like to see it come together and to see it fit the way I wanted it to fit, the way I had planned it, I was so excited. And then my husband was like, there's a stripe on it. And I was like, are you kidding? Because I specifically asked, and I couldn't see it because I was knitting this at the movie. I knit like half of this during Hoppers and the other half during the Mario movie. This isn't a movie review channel, but I thought Hoppers were fine and the Mario movie was awful. But I'll save that opinion for a different video. But I was knitting it in the dark, which is fantastic, by the way. If you've never knit at the movies, oh my God, do it. But I'm so sad. But I still think it's gonna look good. I'm still gonna wear it. I'm excited to see how the collar comes out, if it comes out like it envisioned it, because I did draft it myself. I used my little book. Where is it? This little book. It's just got the notes on how to do it, you know? And I just followed the rules and I made a little raglan. I did a little 5x2 ribbing and I really liked it. So anyway, I don't want to bring that one just because it's too big on the plane. Like I'm just like doing a collar, and also I would finish it and then I would have nothing to knit and I would be so sad. That happens to me a lot. So yeah, those are my 3 WIPs. I was so excited about that. I'm so mad. It's so dumb. I shouldn't be mad. Oh, I need to put this back in, although there's still needles on the arm, so I could just look at the arm, whatever. Anyway, so I'm gonna knit something new. I'm gonna cast on the plane, which is risky because like what if I hate it? But this is yarn I've worked with before. This is leftover. I made the fish sweater, the king salmon sweater by Caitlin Hunter, before I started keeping track of things on Ravelry, and honestly it's not great. It's not my best. It was my first color work and I kept messing up the chart, but I was like, this is so fine. It looks so good. I would knit it again differently, but I have like 3 balls of brown and 2 fresh balls in this of brown and 1 fresh ball of green. And so I'm going to knit this vest in the smallest size. Just a cute little vest. The little motif is inspired by these buildings. I thought that was really cute. So I'm just going to cast on a little vest with my leftover yarn, not buying any yarn because I did already have to order 2 pure gints and almond to finish, or 1 pure gint to finish my sweater. And also I'm going to go buy some yarn. I'm going to buy some yarn. I'm going to cast this on. This is enough to keep me going for like the 4 days or whatever. I'll be traveling. I'm excited. That's going to be good. Although I am wondering, so my flight leaves at 3. It's 7 p.m. the night before. I haven't packed, haven't got ready. I need to practice my talk. But maybe I should cast this on just to check to make sure I like it. And also maybe I should bring something else because like I am obsessed. If my hands are free, I am knitting. It's insane. But anyway, yeah, I figure if I buy yarn, I'll bring my camera and I'll discuss what I got when I get there to California. Let me tell you what I've been reading. I'm doing a book club with my Patreon, and we read The Left Hand of Darkness, and I finished it. And I was actually supposed to do the book club on this Thursday. I think I'm gonna be in California. I have to cancel it. I'm so sorry. I mean, by the time this video gets posted, I will have canceled it, rescheduled it, and already done it, hopefully. But I feel bad about that. But I did finish the book, and I also kind of feel bad about it because, okay, here's the thing about book clubs. I don't reread books a lot anymore. I've actually been thinking about doing that as like a challenge to myself one day, but I picked a book that I thought I would like, and I didn't like it. I mean, first of all, Ursula K. Le Guin, I'm not going to review this book because I need to talk about it with the people. She's a wonderful writer. Like, I'm never going to have a bad time reading it, but I have complicated feelings about it. So I'm so curious how you run a book club when You might not like the book that much. Like, I mean, I think there's so much to discuss, so it's not really a problem. But I'm curious because, like, I think if it goes well, I might want to do it again. I don't know. Depends on what the people think. Okay, but I just finished that. I have started this book called Glaciers. It's just, I bought this purely because I thought the cover was beautiful. I love a high quality book, and I thought it looked good. I'm like 3 pages in. I just took the bookmark out, so we'll see. But I love books about winter. I also love books about scenery, and I think that's what this is. I think this is a woman who experiences the world. So I'm excited to finish that. And I'm also gonna bring audiobooks for the plane. I haven't decided what to pick yet, but I have Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I've never read a Sally Rooney. I have that book on hardback, so I want to listen to it so I can get through it. I am so curious about Sally Rooney because I see it, people love her. But when I read critical reviews, like from critics, they hate her. And it kind of makes me think they're jealous. It makes me think they're really good. No, it makes me think she's really good. Sally Rooney is really good. And critics hate her because they're jealous. And I shouldn't have that opinion having never read a Sally Rooney book. So Intermezzo's on the list. I also have Katabasis. What's her name? I have this book somewhere too. R.F. Kuang. And this is like an academia book, I think. I loved Yellowface. I read that 2 years ago, and I have her Babel book and Katabasis, and I haven't read either. I'd like to read another one. Although last time I said I really liked Yellowface, I got a comment on this channel, and someone was just like, yeah, white people always like that book. And I was just like, what does that mean? I asked, like, what does that mean? No response. So I don't know. I liked Yellowface, though. I maintain it was interesting. It was really interesting. And, like, I thought the writing was really interesting, and I thought the characters were despicable, and I love a despicable character. So that's for the plane. What else? Oh, I also have My Brilliant Friend, the audiobook, from Libby. So I just picked 3. I probably won't get through them all. I might just skip them and pick one I like. My Brilliant Friend by Eleanor Ferrante. I have no idea what this is about. I mean, a girl and a friend, but people love her. They love that book. So maybe I'll like it. Maybe. I don't know. I also have Daughter by Claudia Day, and this was recommended. This was recommended by a YouTuber that I will never remember because it was probably years ago. I probably bought this 2 years ago, and I have no idea what it's about, but it's been sitting on my shelf because someone recommended it, and maybe I'll like it. So I am. Oh, Sheila Heti. I just saw that Sheila Heti describes it on the back, and I have had bad luck with books she specifically recommends. So we'll see. I am going to bring this. So I'm bringing 2 physical books. I am bringing this yarn to make a sweater, and honestly, I might just bring a hat yarn too, just in case. And we'll see. So I'm going to check back in. My flight leaves at 6. I am leaving the house at 3 because I live in Ohio. That sucks for me. Okay. Well, I'll take a picture of the Pacific Ocean for you. Okay, bye. It's 4 a.m. and I've made it to the airport. I'm in Cincinnati. The thing I don't like about living in Ohio is that you have to drive like 75 minutes to the airport. I know people in the middle of the country are driving like 4 hours to the airport, but like I used to live in Boston. I'll tell you my favorite situation. When I lived in Boulder, you could take a bus that was like a direct bus to the airport. So you would just walk to the bus stop and just sit on a bus for 40 minutes and be at the airport. You didn't have to worry about parking or like finding a parking ride. It's amazing. But this, I always get lost in parking garages. So I guess I'll go get on a plane. I'm excited. I'm gonna have fun. I like getting on a plane. I have to save my ticket, parking ticket. It's like $20 a day. That's crazy. Okay, bye.
So I was gonna film a vlog, but then I didn't do it. Yesterday I was at UC Irvine, doing a talk. It was really nice. I met a bunch of professors. I learned about the research. That was really nice. I saw someone had an original Pluto vote, and he said this is the first time anyone knew what it was. So that was really exciting. And I gave a talk. It was fine. I met a bunch of undergrads. grad students. They're really nice. I feel like I'm so old. I'm at the age where when I see young people, I'm just like, wow, you guys are going to be okay. The young people, they're so inspiring. They're doing it. And that makes me feel so old, but everyone is really nice. It's really great. Today though, I'm doing yarn stuff. Well, no, I'm gonna go to the beach right now. It's 6 a.m. My voice is shot because yesterday I was just talking all day. I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna eat a donut. I'm gonna stare at the sea and contemplate like my place in the world. And then I'm gonna try to go to like 2 yarn stores. And then I'm gonna go eat at Disney, not in the park, but on the stores. So I can be a nasty capitalist and buy merch, you know, for my loved ones. So that's the day. If I buy yarn, I will update. Oh, let me show you. So here is my progress on my vest. It's looking pretty good. So I started it at the airport yesterday. No, 2 days ago. And it's bottom up. And it's looking really nice. Anyway, also yarn stuff. This is the Eva cardigan by Petite Knit in pure knit. And I like it. It's a little scratchy, but I like it. Okay. I'm gonna go. Oh wait, no, I can't go. Look at the hat. It says it's occupied. I think this is Summerlee's merch. It's a cute hat. It's occupied. Give it socks. Yeah. Okay, bye. I'm sorry. Whatever. Yeah, bye.
So I'm back from traveling. I'm back in Ohio. It's been a couple days. I was knocked out. Like, traveling usually doesn't take it out of me, but both days I had were packed, and then I was traveling and the time change. It's not that, it's only 3 time zones, I think. It's 3 hours, but it really just knocked me out. I've had a headache for like 2 days. It was weird. I don't understand how people do it. How are people, like, people travel professionally. Like Taylor Swift, there's that video of her doing a concert in China and then getting on a plane and then she's at the Super Bowl. How physically can your body do that? Because I was knocked out. I was just knocked out. Anyway, I brought Glacier and Daughter, but I didn't start that because I didn't finish this. I'm about, I don't know, a little under halfway through, and I'm liking it fine. It's very descriptive. There are a lot of like one-lines in this book. Like it's all happening in one day, I think, at least so far, and it's very in its place, and it's very, I want to say cognitive. That's not a good word. Thoughtful? It's thoughtful. It's got a lot of one-lines that like hit you and make you think. I don't know if I'm liking where the story is going. It's got a specific subplot. No spoilers, please. It's got a specific subplot that I don't care for, but I'm gonna see. And it's a really nice book. I like holding it. So I'll keep you posted when I finish this. And on the plane, I picked Intermezzo, and I think, well, I'm here, so barely in it, like a fourth of the way through maybe. I do think I'm going to start reading this rather than listening to the audiobook. I didn't really care for the narrator, but I am enjoying this. This is the story of 2 brothers. They're a little far apart in age, I think a decade, and they're going through a really tough time, and they're also completely different. And I don't, but no spoilers. I think I'm going to finish this, and I'm enjoying it. I'm worried. What am I worried about? I'm worried that it's going to go exactly where I think it's going to go. Is that silly? Like, you ever start reading a book, chapter 1, and you're like, oh, this is what's going to happen, da 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 da. And then that's what happens, and it feels like a waste of time because you predicted it. I don't know why. Like, the journey is not finding out the story. The journey is enjoying the writing, right? So I don't know why I do that. But I worry about it a little bit. A little bit. I just worry about it a little bit. So, again, no spoilers, please. And I'll let you know how it goes. Speaking of books, I got Knits to Wear by Kutova Kika. Her name's Veronica Lindbergh. And this is a pattern book. And I specifically wanted 3 patterns out of it. I don't know why I'm going to find them and show you when I could just put the pictures on the screen, but that's what I do, isn't it? Okay. The first is the coffee run sweater. I wanted to make that. And then, I mean, all of these are like very basic and fine. I don't know if I've ever done a Kutova Kika pattern, but I mean, I feel like there's a lot of stuff in here. Come on now. Okay. Also, there's this collar called Yours Truly, and I'm super into collars. I have not knit one yet, but I have plans to make 3, and I also bought yarn to make them, so you'll see that. But it just seems so cute. Like a little tiny scarf that you put on top of a button-up shirt. Like, that's all I ever wear. I'm so excited to make those. But the reason I actually bought it is because of this hat. So this is called the Twisted Hat. It's just a cabled toboggan, and I found this book because I was searching on Ravelry specifically because I have a ball of mushroom champagne, heavy merino, and soft silk mohair, and I was like, what can I knit with this? And this hat is knit with heavy merino and the mohair held double, so I could literally just make this exact hat. So I bought the book. I found 3 patterns. I was like, oh, this was, I think I got this on eBay for $24. So that's a pretty good deal. I've really been trying to knit for my patterns. Speaking of pattern books, I found out the other day that you can, on Ravelry, add in that you own a pattern book. So, is it this? No. So, I have this Sandnes Garn pattern book. And these are hard to come by because when you buy a Sandnes Garn pattern, they only sell it if you also buy the yarn from Sandnes Garn. Not, well, from the store, but Sandnes Garn yarn to make the pattern. So I think that's fine. Like, I'm not annoyed at that. It's just that they don't sell these in America. So if I want this pattern book, like I bought this from Lithuania on Etsy. I bought this and enough of the pink alpaca Koss yarn to make this sweater. And like, I don't mind doing that, but because it's shipping from Europe, it's very expensive and it takes a long time to get there. But I really wanted to make, there you go. I want to make this. And I was on Ravelry. I found the Lithuanian Etsy store I had purchased from last time. And I put the yarn in my cart and I was looking for the pattern, and then I saw that it was only sold in this book, and I was like, wait a second, I have that book. So I came downstairs and yeah, I have that pattern already. So now I can buy the Sandnes Garn yarn, but from Woolen Company. Is that what it's called in Chicago? Where I would normally buy it instead of Lithuania. Not that I don't want to support Lithuanian businesses, but like, it's just easier to buy in America. So I went through and I added all of these books to Ravelry, and now I can see all of the patterns I have, and it's so much easier to just search for things in my library, and I think it'll be easier to knit from these books. So hot tip, although honestly, I'm sure everyone already knew that. So that's books, let's talk yarn. I'm wearing the Cumulus blouse by Petite Knit in Knitting for Olive Pure Silk. This is the color Brown Bear. I had 3 balls of this. I knit this top and I have this much left. So I feel like I could almost just make a whole nother top, but I think I might combine this with something and make like a big soft scarf, because this yarn, it's soft in the ball, and while you're knitting it feels kind of gross. But once you block it, can you see? It's like a little tank top. You knit 4 triangles and then you kind of join them in the front and then join them in the underarm, and you just knit a little tank top. It's really cute. I had hoped that this would be a summer top that you could just wear with nothing under it, but the issue is that it's so see-through. But wait, I'm sorry, I'm moving the camera. It's like a really, there we go. I knit this and I just let it sit after blocking with the ends out because I didn't think I would like it, but I've been wearing it all the time. I actually really like it. So yeah, turns out pure silk. It's nice. It's a nice little tank top. It's on very, very small needles, and I almost wish I'd gone smaller so maybe the fabric would be denser, but it's fine. I like it. I do want to knit more fingering weight garments because I just feel like they look more professional. Not that that matters. I don't know. You know, whatever. I did the Los Angeles County yarn crawl. I went to 2 stores. I got the tote. I'm really excited about it. I thought it was fun. So the 2 stores I went to were Alamitos Bay Yarn Company and Weave and Wander. And they give you these little buttons, and I presume you're supposed to put the buttons on here, or maybe you're supposed to get stamps and then you submit this and they had like a giveaway, but I don't live there, so I didn't do it. But I learned about this, oh, I'm never gonna remember her name. I watched this YouTube channel, and she mentioned that she had gone the year before and made a video about it. So I went and Googled it, and I was like, what are the odds I'm in LA for the LA Yarn Crawl? That's so exciting. I want to go, even though I knew I only had a couple hours. And I went back and I watched her vlog from when she went the year before, and it just seemed miserable. Like, it seemed like they tried to hit as many stores as possible, which means they would get to a store, look around for 30 minutes, and then get in the car for 2 hours and go to the next one. And I just, that doesn't sound like a fun day. Not that I love a yarn store. I love looking at the yarns. I love seeing like the way yarn stores are set up and like what the samples are and what kind of activities they do. Like, I like to see it. It's just no. No, I don't want to spend 9 hours in the car, actually. So I decided to just hit the 2 that were closest to me, and they actually ended up being like 5 minutes apart. So I drove 30 minutes from my hotel to Weave and Wander, and then once I was there, it was like 5 minutes to the Los Alamitos Bay Yarn Company. Is that right? And they were both fine. I mean, check out their websites if you're interested, but like, I don't live in LA, so I'm never gonna go again, but they were nice. I liked them. Let me show you what I bought. I've already edited the first part of this video where I said I'm not going to buy any single skeins, but I actually got 2 because I'm going to knit collars, and I'm knitting 3, and 2 of them are not for me. And I said, what color do you want? And one person said hot pink. So I got this Cascade 220 superwash fingering, and this is just really soft. It's going to be cute. And the other person said they wanted a teal and orange rainbow, and I found this. I thought I was going to have to buy 2 colors, but isn't that perfect? Doesn't that look like a teal and orange rainbow? So this is Gusto Wool Echoes in the color Blue Daisy. And I just think it's really nice. I also like that it's 100 grams, but it comes in 2 skeins. So you don't have to ball up the whole thing. That's kind of nice. So those are both going to become collars pretty soon. So I did do exactly what I said I wasn't going to do, but I had forgotten that I already promised to get this yarn to make this very specific project, so I think it's fun. Where was I? Weave and Wander. I just bought 5 skeins of Cascade 220 in this like royal blue color. It's called Stratosphere. And I recently knit the, what is it? The pullover, the Ozetta pullover in Cascade 220. But I knit a size 3. I knit it on a little bit bigger needles, and it's like this huge, really soft sweater. And I kind of want to make the exact same sweater, but in a size 1. Like just one that fits, just so I have the option. And so I got this pretty blue, but I might make a different Ozetta pattern. Like maybe I'll make the V-neck pullover or something. The last thing I got at Weave and Wander are these skein earrings. I don't even know what, I think it's real yarn tied into this teeny tiny skein and then dipped maybe in like a glue or a resin, because it feels, oh wait, I'm actually gonna open it. Oh my god, no, this is just yarn. This is just a little mini skein. That's adorable. So this is Stay Classy Crafts, handmade in San Diego. Am I ever going to wear these? No. But it's really cute. It's cute, right? Then I went to the other yarn store, the Los Alamitos Bay Company, and I was like feeling a little jet lagged and like a little sick. So I remember driving the 5 minutes and just rolling my seat down in my rental car and just like laying there for like 45 minutes. I don't know why it hit me all of a sudden. Like I wasn't like sick, but I felt nauseous and tired, and it was only a 3-hour time difference. Like, why could I not handle it? I don't know. But then I got the courage to go in, and I bought 3 balls of Pasquale Puno Winicana, a colorful organic cotton alpaca blend. I've heard on the internet of people using and liking Pasquale, and I had never seen it in person, and I want to make more stuff like this, like more t-shirts. And so I bought 3 balls, and it's very soft. Looks like this. This color is 51. I'm sure it's like called soft gray or something. So I got 3 balls. What is that? 200 meters. So 600 meters, that's a t-shirt. That's gonna be fine. I think this is the perfect souvenir, although I did later go to Disney and buy just Disney, man. I'm not even like a huge Disney guy, but I was like, I got a little Ratatouille. I got like dolls for kids. Like I can't ever go to actual Disney World. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go to actual Disney World. But I just like, I love cute little things. I love stuffed animals. I am so lucky I didn't find like a Muppet store or Muppet sections. Like a lot of the stuff I saw was Avengers and Star Wars stuff, which I'm just not into. So if I had seen Muppets, I would have gone nuts because I'm really cool. Anyway, I want to wrap this up and I want to show you my pullover. I forget what this is called. This designer, is her name Lot? I like a lot of her stuff. I really like it. But I finished this. I ran out of brown, and so I should put it on, but I had to do green on the little arm ribbing. Hang on. All right, so this is it. It's a little vest. If you want, here. No, okay. Here, I'll put the picture of what this is supposed to look like and see if you can spot my error. The first thing is, like, obviously I didn't do the little crosses. That's not what I'm talking about. Here, I'll give you a second. So, it might be obvious, it might not be. I inverted the color chart on accident. The color chart had a darker color, and for some reason I was just like, oh, well, the green is my darker color. And if you look at the image, which I'm sure is right next to me, you'll see that like you're not supposed to have this line on the top. It's supposed to blend in. I didn't do that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I still really like it. I think it's a cute motif. I like it. It's just like, how did I do that? I do like it though. I think, I guess the sleeves ended up being more like sleeves than an actual like vest. I don't know if I messed up. I did make the smallest size, and it is like the most, what am I doing? I guess I'm trying to make it look like the vest in the picture. I made the smallest size, and this is like the most tight fitting thing I've ever made. It's just like, it fits. I still think it's cute. It's gonna look cute with a button up under it. I do like it. I mean, am I gonna wear a wool vest in the next 3 months? No. But it'll look cute in the fall. These are nice fall colors. I think the color work turned out really nice. This looks so much better than my fish sweater, which is in the same yarn. It's like, it's not bunching at all. There's no gaping holes in the color work. So I'm really happy with how much my skills have improved. Yeah, I just don't understand the fit. But yeah, I started this last Wednesday morning at the airport at 4 a.m. and it's 1 week later and it's done. It's still like a little bit wet, but it's done and it's cute. So yeah, successful vlog. See you later. Okay, bye. Oh wait, no. Okay, last thing. So sorry, last thing. So it was 4 a.m. I was at the airport. I don't like this. It's so far up. See, that's worse. Do you remember in the Tumblr days when people would take photos like that? That's what I feel like right now. Anyway, it was 4 a.m. in the airport and I was casting this on. So I had like, I am not great at counting. And so I will cast on, or even measuring. I'll cast on and get like 86 out of 104 stitches and have to roll it back and pull out more yarn. Anyway, it took me like 40 minutes to cast on because you're doing bottom up. It was like 100 or 200 stitches. And this woman saw me knitting and like specifically sat next to me and was just like, hey, and she pulls out her knitting and we just chatted and it was lovely. I loved it. She showed me, she was making a poncho and it was this beautiful color work. I would never think to make a poncho, but it looked so cool. And we talked about yarn. I told her about the yarn crawl and it was really nice. So yeah, I like being in the knitting community. That's all I have to say about that. That was nice. Now it's the end.